Welcome to the Kids Table, where the conversation is about fitness, but the maturity level is questionable.
I'm Jen Wiederstrom.
Do we know? And I'm Gunnar Peterson. We've got this down. Anyway, we invite you to pull up a chair as we talk fitness, the business of fitness, and the down and dirty systems of success.
It's informative, it's inspiring, it's where everybody wants to be.
This is the Kids Table.
Today's episode is powered by Yeti and Train Heroic, the go-to platform for the go-to coaches and trainers.
This week, Gunnar and I sit down with Shane Wallen. And just after a handful of minutes, I could tell that Shane is going to be Gunnar's new Nashville bestie. Shane spent, over a decade in strength and performance in Major League Baseball before just recently walking away this offseason to open a Nashville location of the iconic social performance club, the Kollective. Shane got really candid about his time in the league and discussed not only pension and pay to the time it took from him and away from his family, making him really reconsider what he was actually trading his time for. From there, our conversation moved into what it actually looked like for Shane to leave, which is a big conversation a lot of people are confronted with when they're in a job that they spent so much time on, but they felt it was their time to go. He goes into the calls he made, the players he didn't want to let down, and now what he describes the same way Gunnar did when he left the Lakers, which is missing the clowns, but not so much missing the circus. We dig into building a client-first coaching philosophy, why so many coaches undercharge for what they're worth, and what it means to build an environment, not a gym, as Shane gets ready to open the doors of the Kollective in Nashville. So whether you're weighing a similar leap out of your current job situation, or just want to hear how a decade of pro sports shapes the way you coach everyday people, this one's full of real talk, money, family, and in my opinion, most importantly, building something of your own.
It is funny though. I don't know how it was when you guys were in Florida, but like there's nobody with more energy, more focus, more fun than Gunnar. No. And then the wall is real.
It's real.
Emphasis on fun, by the way.
Once GP hits the wall,
goom.
It's like, goo,
yeah,
goo.
it's over.
At one point, because obviously I fly in for the podcast, we were having dinner, I was with Jess and the kids, and he like texted me from his bedroom. He's like, yo, I gotta go down.
Yeah, I gotta shut it down.
Oh, are you kidding? He didn't even say goodnight to me. He was like, I
Irish
think he went to do something and then just like never
Straight
got out
up.
of the bedroom.
I will Irish goodbye in my own house.
I love that.
I just fucking moonwalk right out of there.
I didn't. I showed Jess, I go, is he for real? She's like, yeah, no, he's not coming back.
He go.
That's like I go in the other room and all of a sudden I go, oh my God, something hit me. I got to put my head down.
Yeah.
It's like my head all of a sudden gets really big and it has to be put I become like, what is it? The word must be hydrocephalitic, right? Or go.
Mm-hmm.
That is...
It's a big word for you.
That's a big word.
The biggest.
Big head.
Well,
big word,
right.
big head.
Same.
What were you guys doing in Florida?
The Ion TRX partnership launch.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. It was hysterical.
Was obviously Randy.
Randy was there.
Yeah.
Randy was trying to be all formal, and we did this photo
and then
shoot.
they made the mistake of putting you on a panel, and then all went out the window.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I walk out and I go, this is the first time you've ever seen a Navy SEAL terrified. And he's sitting there, he goes, and people are looking, I go, he's terrified of what I'm going to say. Like, I don't know why he gets like that.
Yeah, but I think that more people get more out of your panels than I think most, because like you are unproductive and unpredictable.
Yeah, and you keep it real, but I'm not saying anything that I wouldn't say to him.
Yeah.
And he's right there and he just kept going like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The whole time.
Well, Shane and I did stuff, and then we did a photo shoot with Gary Brecka, and Gary's like all serious, and we're fucking around.
Yeah.
Gary's like, who are these guys? We're like, we're the trainer. Like, we're the real people in this space.
Who are you?
Yeah. By the way.
That's the best.
Right. You can't say longevity when I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Where is that when you guys first met? Give me a little history of this love story.
Yeah, that was when we first met in person.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew Gunnar got down here several years ago. I got down here 3 years ago.
Oh, but that's not too far then. If you were 3 years, you were up 4 years?
4 years.
Yep.
And then we both got involved in Ion. And then I think I originally reached out to you and I was like, hey, would love to come down and like chop it up. And we just never made it happen because I was in professional baseball and I'm only here for like 3 months of the year.
By the way, that's a travel schedule that, look, I did the NBA. That travel schedule was nuts. Your travel schedule makes this look like
I was going to say.
Do you think you're 200 days a year on MLB?
In terms of? More like, so if you do 365 minus 3, yeah. What are you at? Yeah,
You get 3 months off, right? Yeah.
It's not even off though, because like during the off season, I'm traveling to go visit players. I'm writing programs. I'm still coaching. I'm doing staff and continuing education development.
Because you're strength and conditioning. That's right. So even in the off season, that's when your athletes can like use the time to put on the mask that need you.
Well, and the top tier player can say, "Hey, I'm going to my house in fill in the blank city, state, country. I need a guy. Can you send Shane?" And the front office, if they're that player, is going to go, "Shane, go work with him where he is."
No way.
Oh yeah.
Do you get a little bonus moolah for that?
No.
Oh
no.
You know, it's so funny. I have a little list of questions which Gunnar I think hates that I do, but I was like, what makes you know it's time to leave a job? Like, and I was thinking like, to be in the league for 10 years.
Yeah.
And what makes you want to go? Like, it's a really hard, or I should say high level of commitment that I think that like, I don't want to say it's not all about the money, but money does matter.
Totally. And that was a big part of the equation, was like transparently in Major League Baseball relative to the two other big sports, which I consider football and the NBA. So the NFL and NBA, what we are paid, or what I was paid as the head of performance in Major League Baseball relative to the NFL is like, the NFL average is I think around 400 to 450,000. I was
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like a third of that.
No.
And then the NBA, I think, is somewhere around there.
Well,
maybe a little bit less,
isn't it
maybe
based
a little
on
bit
the
more.
contract? I don't want to disclose your business, but
It's not.
But but I know you would. Can I say?
Yeah.
Was it your 1 year very different than another year?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 year is very different than the other. So it depends on your performance. It depends on the budget.
It depends on if you go to the playoffs or not.
Okay.
Like, you go to the playoffs or you win a championship, and there's bonuses associated with that. So like that definitely helps, but that's not like income you can rely on year over year.
Correct.
Like, it's all like, unless you're the Dodgers or the Lakers or like these dynasties that always make it. Like, I was at the Tigers for 3 years, and like we made it 2 out of 3 years I was there, and that was great. It was super helpful.
Amazing, man.
Wow. But at the same time, it wasn't like life-changing money. The bonus, like the life-changing money comes in at the World Series, when even if you lose it, you still like, there's a good amount of bonus money.
Cool thing about the Tigers is Tom Selleck wore that Tigers hat in Magnum PI all the time.
He was, he
throw it back to
he
that.
comes every year to
Stop, does he?
Yeah, to the stadium.
That's actually cool.
No.
Yeah.
That's
wears his like his
is he just as handsome as I want him to be?
Yeah.
I have to say,
great
just
mustache.
Important segue here. Tom Selleck in 3 Men and a Baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
The very first one. As a kid, I was like, ew, these old guys, right? And as a woman now, I'm like, damn, Tom was hot.
So
like,
I'll tell you something. We had a drinking game that we made up to Magnum PI. Yep. Yeah, because there are a number of jokes, like callback jokes and carry-on jokes, right? That running jokes that go through the episodes, and predictable scenes, reactions to that type of thing. So we had a very good drinking game, right? There's the old school one that way before you guys called Hi Bob, for the Bob Newhart Show, and then we made one for the A Team.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. T.
Yeah.
Signed photo out there. And we had one for that. And I met Tom Selleck. I used to work with a couple of people on the cast on Friends, and I was over on the set, and I met him because he had an ongoing part on that. I think, right?
Yeah.
And I told him about that. He was not amused.
No.
I think I might have offended him, and I didn't tell him. If you heard it, I didn't mean to. I was actually trying to pay homage to you, and I was
like, my friends would get together to watch your show.
We
loved
loved
drinking
the show.
game.
Yeah, and we had that, and he's like, "Yeah,
It didn't
thanks."
land.
He's like, "Yeah, thanks." And I think it was insulting to him, but I only meant it out of respect. So,
dang.
But he
I
rocked
didn't expect
that
the story to go this way.
Yeah, me too. Especially when I said it, and then I'm on the set, and
You're
he's
probably like psyched to tell him.
psyched. And meeting people, sure, great fun. But when I saw him, like, oh, I got to tell him. He'll love that. He did not love it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I do love that he rocked that Tigers hat on a lot of episodes.
We have quite a few people from Detroit that are kind of like, I mean, there's Tom, there's another guy that's an actor, producer, director.
Is Kid Rock a Tigers fan?
Yes, he's from Detroit.
Yep.
Gosh, he's at all of our games. Why am I blanking? Bald dude, old, gray beard. He's at all of
I mean,
gosh. He's in a lot of the Marvel movies.
Wait, isn't he an actor?
Actor, but
Bald
producer.
guy, gray beard. This is worth looking. I watch all the
I'm
Marvels.
looking it up right now.
Because when you
Lily's
just,
on it over
it sounds
there.
like Rick Rubin.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
J.K.
Simmons.
Simmons,
Oh
yeah.
gosh,
J.K.
of
Simmons.
course.
That's the one where
Got to spend some time with him over the last couple of years.
He won an Oscar, right? He was in Red One with Dwayne
He was
Johnson.
in Red One. He played Santa, right?
Played Santa.
Ripped Santa.
Incline or overhead pressing 315 or something. It was
Yeah,
great.
I was like, guys, let's make it a little more real.
I loved it. That's what I want Santa to be.
Only
that
person that incline presses 315 is Franco Colombo.
Yeah, but it might have been overhead press. And wasn't he seated? Was it an overhead press?
Yeah,
I think.
That's absurd.
Yeah,
315.
yeah. But
Santa.
so back to it. So then it was a lot of requests on you, and it wasn't. I mean, did you have to have a second job?
Like consulting, advising for like startups and stuff like that. Some personal training stuff on the side, like different clients. But they don't like when you do that, because it's like in their eyes, it's taking time away from what they're asking you to do, which it wasn't. I never made sure. I always made sure none of that stuff interfered. But at the end of the day, like, you guys aren't compensating me what I'm worth, and you're not making it like worth like me to stick around, like these year over year $5,000 raises. And then the worst part about it is, like, when you ask for a little bit more than 5,000 and they let you know it rubbed them the wrong way.
Yeah.
$5,000. Like, what? So you guys clearly don't value me or appreciate what I bring to the table.
And they let you know there are 100 resumes on their desk that would take your job.
But that is why the value system is different, because they're like, I have, a million girls would kill for this job, kind of a thing, right? So it's like, it's a movie line from Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
And I saw him go, huh? Glassy.
I missed that one.
And so, but this is one of he and I's favorite conversations. So it's like, you look from the outside, you've built this career, you've invested the time, you've invested in the players, they've invested in you, you've built these relationships. And then what makes you leave the job? Like, what gives you the courage to leap to the next branch? Because I think no matter what field you're in, we get to those moments, you're like, but I've built all this, I've done all this. Why not just play it safe and stay here? What made you take the risk?
Yeah, I think, if you would have asked me like what I wanted to do for the rest of my career, and like when I was 25, like 7 years ago, I would have just said like this, like, I'm going to do this till I die. Right. I'm going to be a lifer. But then I met my wife. Right. And,
wait, you're straight?
Allegedly.
Okay.
On paper,
it's a cover up.
Sorry.
So not sorry. So anyway, I mean, like, I meet my wife, we have 2 dogs. And then I started losing people around me too. My family, a lot of death in the family. And you don't get to spend the time that you want.
Wait, that just took a super sad, super sad turn. You took it. I thought you meant like, I got involved with a girl that people didn't like, so the relationships
No.
You mean people actually died?
Yeah, because he's shipping why he left the league.
Yeah, so, I mean,
I'm sorry, boo.
It's okay.
Sorry, and if he keeps touching you, I have a little water pistol to get him to stop.
No. He's just not touching me in the right places. Is the problem.
Okay.
So, but yeah, like, part of life is like losing, like, people die and stuff like that. But I lost my mom when I was 17, lost my dad last November. And so it got to the point where, like, when I lost my dad, I was like, man, like, I had seen my dad one time in the last like 3 years, and it was because of my job. And there was a senator recently who was just like diagnosed with like stage 4 pancreatic cancer, which is essentially a death sentence. Right.
Okay. And
he said the one thing that he regrets is like not spending enough time with his family's loved ones, his kids, and devoting all that time to his job. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want that to be me. And I already saw myself going down that road of like, my job is more important than anything else. My wife had told me that several times. She's like, I just have to accept that I'm not ever going to be your number one priority. She said that several times. And I was like,
but isn't it interesting? It was that relationship. It wasn't even the death yet. It was her saying that to you.
Yeah. Which bothered me, but I think it bothered me because it was true. Mm-hmm. Like, because I know that no matter
you
what.
got defensive?
Yeah. And I was like, but I knew it was true because I reflected back and I'm like, yeah, there's times where I should have been there for her or for her family, or like to be able to go on vacations and things like that. And I just can't. Or like a wedding, like I get invited to a wedding to, you know, be the best man or be in the wedding. And I'm like,
my brother has a great answer for wedding invitations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anytime someone invites him to the wedding, he goes, hey, I can't make it, but I'll come to your next one. And it gets a laugh out of 100% of grooms and 0% of brides. And it's at this point, it's like a throwaway line, but it's really funny. I find it very funny because you just got to roll with it, because actually statistically, it's not a reach.
Well, in this day and age, it's like, what is it, 60 or 70%?
I don't know, but
fail?
You know, it's just a funny. So when you say you miss a wedding, like, look, man, I can't, Tigers, but I'll come to the next one, I promise.
Like it got to the point, like in September, we're like in the middle of like kind of a make or break. We either make a playoff run or we like kind of fall out. And my dad's in the ICU. And usually when things like that are going on, you're like, you need to go be with that person.
Yeah.
And so not being able to do that, or like not being encouraged to go do that, was like very frustrating.
So
and
it's interesting then. It's kind of like a misalignment as in a different way. It's like, forget the money side. Like, this is what's going on with my father.
Yeah.
Are you not going to get behind me going? And that's a whole different kind of value system that it's in conflict.
Right. And then I'll blame myself for not just being like, no, I'm going to go. Like, cause I should have said that.
But you can't. And in fairness, your father probably would have said, without knowing him,
yeah, stay.
Dude, work. You got this job. You wanted this job. You're in the majors. You're in the league. You're at the show. Come on.
Yeah.
And I'm good. I'm going to be fine. He would have, because that's what fathers would do. And then then you're carrying that. Yeah.
So, but then, you know, I've got a twin brother and he has a daughter. So I have a niece, and like, I've seen her 2 or 3 times in her life, and she's 2.5. So it's like, there's stuff like that. That's, you know.
Where does he live? Is he local?
California.
Okay.
Yeah. Chico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chico State University.
That's right.
Hey, baby.
That's right. Butte College.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Everyone knows someone from Chico, and everyone knows like Chico State. It's a party school.
Chico and the man.
Party team.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like north of Sacramento.
Oh God, I was not even that. Okay.
Yeah, way up there.
Way up. Okay.
Yeah. The real Northern California.
So you start losing people, you start realizing that, and then was it a hard out, or was it, hey, let me make this decision over the off season, then you slowly create distance and then like
what gave you the guts? What was
slip out, or did you go, hey guys, I'm not returning. Here's my playbook. Here are my cleats.
Yeah, so I'd been thinking about it like my last year, so 2025. It was just getting like each year I was going on, I was just like, this is just making less and less sense, like each year of like doing this, because of the pay, because of the lack of like benefits too. Like the players and the athletic trainers, not the strength coaches, and the athletic trainers and coaches all have a pension. So like they're part of like the MLBPA pension. Strength coaches are not.
No way.
Yeah. So like you put 10 years in, you get full pension. I was at year 7 and I had nothing to say for it. Wow. So I'm like, even like from that side of things, it didn't make sense. So
is there a way you could say, hey, I want to commit X percentage of my salary, and they'll pull it out and put it in the pension for you?
No,
it wasn't even an option.
The pension is negotiated on behalf of the collective bargaining agreement between the players in the league.
Nice segue to use collective there.
Yeah.
With a K.
Yeah, we're getting
with a K.
I got that. Watch out. Watch this.
So that was part of it, and then like just the lack of time at home, the lack of time with my wife, the people I care about, and I wanted to like the one thing I had felt like I lacked during my 10-year career was community and like feeling grounded somewhere.
And so
calves.
Yeah, so wasn't sure. I don't know. Just
I got huge calves. Come on.
We are never going to get through this conversation.
That's why I wanted him on.
Yeah.
First day I met him, I go, dude, you got to come on the
podcast. And so yeah, those things were all kind of like weighing on me. And then obviously my dad passing away, that made like kind of opened my eyes. And then I had, an opportunity to kind of start something here locally, which for me was like, I've always had this passion of like business, entrepreneurship, and like adding value to startups and like businesses, and injecting like my network and my expertise and what I know and what I've experienced into those companies. So I'd kind of done that sporadically out like throughout the last 6 years. And so being in a space where I can connect with that caliber of people, like founders, funders, connectors, you know, CEOs, entrepreneurs, pro athletes, entertainers, actors, celebrity type, was kind of what I felt like the next step was for me, to kind of like bring those worlds, like merge those worlds together and create a really cool environment for people to focus on all things health, performance, recovery.
It's funny that you say that. I took that, actually, I was deep diving on your social media.
Yeah.
You write that down. You say we create environments, not gyms.
Yeah.
And it just totally echoed so much. That's why I get why you guys get along so well.
I always say it's not about exercise, it's about the experience.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. Cause like there's so many strength coaches out there that are way better than you and I. Maybe not you, maybe me, but not you. Okay. All right. Fair.
No,
fair.
I balked at the so many.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. There are better practitioners out there. There are better coaches out there that do not take their relationship seriously with the people that they coach and interact with. They don't create a really awesome environment for those people. And in turn, the product is not what it can be.
And their argument would be, it's not about the environment. It's about the work that goes into it. And
and the results.
You can make that argument, and that's all well and good. But to me, when you're dealing at a certain level, right, with a certain tier of people, and that's not elitist, that's just right. It's the hotel analogy, right? There's Four Seasons, there's Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, and then there's Best Western, Motel 6. All of those work as business models, but they are very different experiences, each and every one of them. And people are drawn to one or the other. People feel like they fit in one or the other. Right. So when you have people looking for one or the other, if that option is not there, create it.
Yeah, but I also, the only thing I'm going to push back on your hotel analogy.
Don't, because I've used it for 20 years and it rocks.
But I would say your Four Seasons could be too stuffy for me. It's not about what kind of money you have. It's about the kind of finding your people. That's what I said.
You're not looking for that environment. You're looking for the other.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can still have a gym with nice things and not feel stuffy.
No question, but it's not going to have all the same amenities.
Yeah, but like to me, I'd rather have the dirty, dingy gym with space and like blood on the bar. Like that's the West Side Barbell feeling. That's more my kind of gym.
Right, until it doesn't offer a safe parking feature, and then you're gonna get pissed.
What are we in Baltimore?
I don't know. I don't know. Shout out to Baltimore. I don't know. I don't know what you're looking for. I'm just saying a lot of times there are trade-offs that go with that, or there are other things that naturally come with that. And it's not,
But like, I think people are coming for culture. They're coming for people. Yeah. Like you want to see your friends there. And I really, I think Gunnar's created what he didn't have growing up. I think you and I got it from sports. Like whenever I've done sports, I'm like, I've just always looked for like that next group feeling. And like, I found it again, like Gunnar and I doing this, like we have so much fun together. Yeah. It's our like vibe. Like you said, Rudy might come by. Like it's our sore necks. Like it's a shit show, but it's our shit show. And we have so much fun hanging and being together so it's like, it's so much less like of anything else, even though we do work out and we do learn a lot and we do lead in this community, but we just love the hang.
Yes. And that's what like too, like I've enjoyed I left in December of 2025 and like,
God, this is recent.
Yeah. So, and even like last night we went to Momotaro restaurant, Wedgwood, Houston. You need to go. So it's like 3 concepts, free marketing here. Momotaro, Alavita, and then there's a place in the middle called Middleman, and it's a bar.
Great.
And so like it's sick.
Let's go.
You go in there, you can sit down, drink, and then like maybe that's where you like start the night, and then you can go to one of the 2 restaurants. They're all in the same building. They all have doors connecting to each other. So like you can go left or right, and then you can go to Momotaro or Alavita, and it's like damn good sushi. We had a burger last night at Momotaro who does fire sushi, hand rolls, like everything. And then
what's the parking like?
$15 for valet.
Okay, I'm cool with that. As long as I know there's no place parking to go.
He learned in LA a long time ago.
One thing about Wedgwood, Houston is there is no parking. It's right across the street from Soho.
I went to a place there last night to see Rudy, and I do. You're right. I do have LA PTSD from parking. Yeah. I went to see Rudy last night at a place called Never Never, which I've never been to. Yep. And the parking, and I was without my wife, and I was like I didn't want to be the guy on the phone because I knew she was with people.
Yeah.
And the parking and where you park and
Dude.
the scanning. And I go, fuck, why isn't there just someone I can just say, take that car?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
That's
I
not the vibe. And
Yeah.
I know.
There was a guy that got out of a Ferrari last night in his scrubs.
okay.
And I was like, black scrubs, black Ferrari.
Is that
I was like-
is that a little bit of a flex though? Like, I'm a doctor.
That's what I'm like.
Come on,
And
dude.
I'm a successful
you have
doctor.
a fucking change of
Yeah.
clothes in your
Yeah.
car.
Yeah. I mean, he looked like,
I'm gonna
he
tell you,
looked like money.
I was
but
set up
like,
on a date
wow.
he was a doctor, and I was like, okay, it was in LA, and Soho House member, so we were meeting at Holloway House, like right down their street there. It's like another branch of Soho.
Okay.
And so we get in there, and I'm like looking for him, and he's got like the green scrubs on.
Oh, come on.
I love it.
Guys,
He's
listen,
here than a name tag.
I was like,
You're like,
he's
you must be my guy.
He's like, sorry, I came right from work. I know. I want to be clear. He doesn't work at a hospital. He doesn't work at a doctor's office. He works at a gym. It's like a space that handles a lot of stuff. I'm like, I get it. You do the blood work at a fucking fitness center.
Yeah.
But there are
Bro,
changing
you're a
rooms.
phlebotomist.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted a phlebotomist.
Yeah.
But I was like, just change. I know you got a locker. You could shut the door, change in your office. What do? Just put jeans and a t-shirt on.
No
Then
shit.
he said, let me show you my Ferrari.
No, he didn't have Ferrari. But I thought that was so anyway.
Let me
it's
show you my
it's a flex.
Volkswagen Bug.
Yeah, I bet he's boring.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you hit on him? What happened?
No, I just was like perplexed. I was like, I
Okay.
don't get it. Is it, who are you? What do
Yeah.
you, like,
But
again.
but it sounds like he's a guy that wants to find a place to belong. Like that's what this is. Like I want to hang.
And
I
it was
wanna,
valet parking, like pulled right up.
Yeah.
Guys took his car. They moved it one
we should
spot
go
up.
next weekend.
I'm all for it. Oh, yeah, with everybody.
Yeah.
You're back next weekend?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're coaching
For the seminar.
For the seminar.
He's
Okay,
coming.
I'm coming.
He's coming.
Where is it?
here.
Here.
Oh, here. Okay.
Oh my god,
I'm there.
you are the same person.
Same.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. He literally writes me 2 weeks ago. He goes, what am I speaking on again? Ha 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 ha. And I just thought, I'm so glad he didn't write that in the group thread.
Yeah, because
Because he would have made everybody else panic. I'm like, hey.
No. Eddie Cohen is also speaking, and he's not panicking about anything.
Yeah.
And Don is speaking, and he's not panicking about anything.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
But his wife
Right.
Mel runs the back of house, and they are so serious and such business people, and they execute at such a high, like World War II level. You're like, dude,
Can you spell that out for me?
I can't. Yeah, I will. I'll come.
If I turn it this way, you'll see the swastika.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you can't. I can't operate like that. I got kids all over the place. I got clients. I got stuff, and then. What's the topic? I don't know. I mean, I know what it is, and I have it, and I've actually sat at my computer for hours and hours and hours writing it out. But it's like,
But I also feel like you might be better just like off the cuff, like you were in Florida.
that was easy because that's Q&A.
Yeah.
Q&A stuff I love.
Yeah.
But if they want a certain directive, also we're trying to apply for CEUs on this, so
Yep.
you have to map it out a certain way. And whatever.
Okay.
So.
Got it. That makes sense.
But
So
I
NSCA?
do think, because I know you say
Is it through the NSCA? Like CEUs through the NSCA?
That's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah.
But
Get my con
it
I
involves
know,
some,
right? Get your numbers in.
it involves some paperwork.
Can we talk about that really quick? I'm at this point in my CEU journey. I've been with NASM for over 10 years.
Yeah.
It's the first year that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to renew. Because why?
I can. Well, you give me.
I want both
Give me
your
your answer. I
answers.
have my answer.
Like, are you guys just doing it at this point to say, yeah, I got the cert?
I don't have an NASM certification. I have the CSCS certification through.
Same.
But that's strength and conditioning. That's still a certification that says you're a
It's-
certified worker outer teacher.
It is. And then like, to me,
What, the CSCS?
Yeah, isn't it?
Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist.
Right.
But it's what you need to. You have to have that in good order to enter any of the professional sports leagues.
correct. Even
it's-
collegiate.
But I'm saying, are
Too.
you guys
Oh, is
going?
that true? Do they?
Yeah.
I didn't
But
know
you
that.
guys aren't going back into professional sports. I'm
You
guessing.
never know. You never. I'm not saying you would.
Yeah, never say never.
I would not say you join a team, but I'll also say this, and I'm not going to speak for you, but based on what you told me outside, wink, wink. If you get called to handle somebody else's athletes in an off season
Which
or
happens
on
with you a lot, yep.
or in a rehab protocol, and they have to pitch that up the chain within the organization, and they go, he's CSCS, he's worked in this, whatever. It's an easier sell.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Ultimately, the player can say, I don't give a fuck. I like the guy, or I don't like the guy.
yeah.
And the player can make that call, but it's a way easier pitch
Okay, but generalize it for trainers like me. Like, I'm not going to work with professional athletes. I'm not going to work in professional sports. I work with the everyday people that want everyday health and like body recomp.
Yeah.
So like, do I need the certification?
From a liability standpoint, maybe.
Yeah.
Although they never win those against trainers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a great history. If you look at it, there used to be an insurance company called Hal Muria and Frick out of San Diego.
God, your memory.
And they would go, they would do your insurance. It was back in the day, it was like $200 a year, nothing. And it was $1 million policy. Obviously, people are probably going to sue you for more now, especially if it's an athlete.
Yeah.
But they don't win those because it's like a voluntary thing you're entering. And I'm not using that as a don't get certified. I'm saying, to me, the certification shows that you're at a certain level that you achieve. Really, it means you
it's a certain level of like educational knowledge-based competency.
But in fact, it means you assimilated a certain amount of knowledge and regurgitated it on a test day.
Correct.
And you bothered to go to X number of seminars.
Tell me how many clients have come to you, or how many people have stepped into the collective and said, but what are your certifications here?
I've had one, the Lakers. The Lakers said, "Are you certified?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they go, "Okay, we need your proof of your certificate."
Yeah, the organizations for sure, but no clients.
That's what I'm saying.
But
it's just interesting. Maybe I'm just being lazy.
I think it's a credibility thing, right?
You know what it is though? Like I'm getting my hours in because I do seminars and I go to the workshops and everything.
But
you know what it is? It's the 2-year re-up on the first aid. I'm like, I gotta go to the seminar again.
Yeah.
And it takes an hour, but it's just like a little pebble in my shoe.
What's funny is when they review it. Certain governing bodies review the seminars. This happened to me, and I'm not going to say the governing body, but they because I used to.
Do you want me to say it?
No, because I used to have another cert, and they go, "Yeah, we don't recognize that seminar you attended." I go, "Oh, that's weird," because this governing body, which is definitively higher and more respected than you, recognize, and they go, "Yeah, but we don't." And I said, "Okay, then fold. I don't need my certification anymore." And then they call back. They go, and they go, no. I don't want. I don't want to play that game. Well, it's because they didn't arguably make money from the continuing education that you did. That you're furnishing with furnishing them with those CEUs. Like, guys, I did the certification. I did the.
I think it's because they want you to spend money on their programming and not like these.
Ultimately, and that's fine too. But then you should say to me, you can only do our sanctioned CEU programs. And then I would say, probably not going to get that certification. I want to be able to do anything and read certain things and attend seminars and go to workshops and do this and have that all count. And if they're not counting it, like, I get it's a business model, but at the end of the day, as a trainer, I would rather be spending my hours doing stuff that lends to my
Well, that's what
profession.
I was going to say. Really learning. I learn in the room, like versus the testing, like what we're going to teach next weekend. Like, I wish I had it when I was starting, like just learning the practicals we're doing and some of the other things that we're kind of really walking through. Or even just sitting around a Caldeets for an hour at Summer Strong. And it's like, you're like,
I'll say access to those people.
Guys that have done it. And like, so it's the seminars with like legit practitioners and strength coaches that have been doing it for a really long time. And then the apply, doing it.
But not the people who did it for 5-10 years and now they haven't done it for 5-10 years.
Right.
I want the people who are still balls deep and you can still have those conversations and you can talk to them pre and post and have the accessibility. That's what, like, our coaching combine is, that you will be able to access Jen, Eddie, Don, me, whoever's in the room, and they call it networking. Maybe, sure. But I want you to be able to go up to them and just have a conversation.
Ask questions.
Yeah. Exactly. I keep, what was the guy that spoke at Summer Strong this year? He's the head strength and conditioning coach at Alabama for football.
David Ballou.
Ballou. I knew, I was like,
terrific.
He was so good. And one thing he said amongst such depth of information, the way he was applying to his athletes, he goes, for every bilateral movement, which means squats, guys, deadlifts, where 2 legs are working at once. He's like, we do 3 unilaterals. I was just like, dude. And I was starting to think about that. And he talked about what that did for injury prevention and for their knee health and their ankle health. And I've taken that now to my private clients. For every 1 bilateral every week, I'm like, can I get in 3? Because I'm not seeing people. Sometimes I see them twice a week. I don't have the time to build out a full program the way like a college football athlete would. But it struck me so differently. Yeah. And but this guy's in there doing it year over year saying, and here's the data.
Yeah.
But that's another thing we pull off Caldeets. He talks about how infrequently you're in a true bilateral stance in life. Totally. So he does everything split, staggered, kickstand.
On your toes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I find myself doing less bilateral focus work as I've gone throughout my career. And like, especially depends on what population you serve too. Like with professional athletes, their like nervous systems are so robust and their training age is so high that like it becomes even more challenging to create some of the stimuli and adaptation over time.
If you're a trainer looking to level up, grow your business, and actually connect with your clients, Train Heroic is the game changer that you need. I used it for years, and it was the first tech my clients actually enjoyed using. They showed up, logged the work, and I could coach them through every rep. Trusted by top coaches since 2012, plans start at just $10 a month. And you get your first 14 days for free. So head to trainheroic.com/the kids table to start your free trial now.
And I'm so glad to know you're going to be here next weekend because I have a little gift for Gunnar and I have an extra that I can give to you. And it has to do with knowing Gunnar very personally.
Very personally. Is it something like, can I wear it? Or?
It's a wearable,
okay.
But there's no penetration. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Talk to us about. So you talked about how you.
Yeah. Let's get to the Kollective.
No. I want to see the nitty gritty of how you left. Was there any bad blood? Was there anything like? I'm assuming you handled it professionally.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Were there hurt feelings, or was it like, hey, wait? Or
I think it was more shock for.
Yeah, I think that's what it always is.
Manager AJ, who I have a ton of respect for.
Of course, guys you've worked with for.
He's probably the best manager I've ever. No, he is the best manager I've ever had. Just with how he handles the clubhouse, how he handles players and staff. Obviously, the players were shocked. And that's probably what hurt the most was like letting those guys down. And that's how I felt in real time. Like I was letting the whole team down and the players. I had such good relationships with all those guys. Like, and that's a big thing for me. Like my coaching philosophy is constructed on relationships.
I'm going to give you a great line. Do you know the one that says, and I flipped it when I left the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know, they say, I miss the circus, but I don't miss the clowns.
Yeah.
I said, I miss the clowns, but I don't miss the circus.
Yes.
Fair?
Like,
and I miss those guys so much,
dude,
but
same.
I don't miss the circus and the nonsense
and
that
the
surrounds
circus
it.
is, the organization, the front office, just.
But the clowns are the best.
But this is what when Gunnar was explaining you to me, he goes, you're gonna like him so much because Shane cares about service. He's got this big heart. He cares about people. But with that has to come a boundary that we all have to define for ourselves. And that is when you start to live their life over yours, you at some point have to break away and they're going to be nothing but happy for you. But the moment I start touring with clients or choosing times for them over me, in the same kind of feeling, that's when it starts to stop for you.
Yeah.
And you have those feelings with a niece.
Yeah.
When you have your own kids.
Yeah.
When my youngest daughter was born, we were on a road trip. We were going to go on a road trip starting in Orlando.
Yeah.
And my mom told me 1,000 years ago, you should always be there for the birth of your kids. Mm-hmm. Don't miss that. I'm like, okay. I heard, Mom. So I was there for the birth, and then my wife said, I know you have to go. So I took a commercial flight to Orlando and came and walked into the locker room right before the warm-up. And we had Boogie Cousins on our roster. And he looks at me and goes, where the fuck were you on the plane? I said, my wife was having a baby. And he goes, all right, good. Everything good? Everything healthy? Yeah. And he goes, glad you're here. Yeah. And it meant the world to me. He noticed I wasn't on the plane.
Yeah.
He was glad I was there.
Yes.
And he asked, was everything okay? It was like, that's where you go, I miss those guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? The rest of the organization, they were great with it. They were cool with it. They were easy. But I know had I said, look, guys, fuck that. I'm all team. I should be here. No one would have said, stay back.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
They'll let you take as much rope as you want.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Which also speaks to their love and like value that they hold for you. But it's
But it can consume you. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, like
but
you
also,
said.
and your identity is in those relationships. And it's a chapter.
Yeah.
And you decided to choose a different chapter. I'm wondering what was the phone call you made or the person you talked this through in making that departure? Do you have because you said your father passed away, so I know it's kind of tender. Like usually we go upline for big decisions. Like who do you trust with helping you make that kind of a decision?
Man, who did I call? I mean, I talk to my brother a lot. I talk to my brother almost every day.
Your twin?
Yeah, my twin brother. And my best friend, Jake. And I talked to some people in baseball, like told them about, like actually a couple of my colleagues from the Cubs when I was there, who I'm still really close with. And, you know, it was just, I just kind of going over like what I was feeling, what my next plan was, my next move was, and if I was thinking about this the right way. And everyone was like, dude, yeah, absolutely. Like if you have a way out, get out. Like, cause that's
really?
the thing.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of, I feel like in team sport and maybe this isn't so prevalent in the NBA or NFL, but in baseball, like, especially on the coaching side, it's like all these guys have done their whole career. So like without baseball, like they don't know what to do. Like even from the coaching side, like
that's with any job, right? You get in a rhythm, you get in a routine. And then like you said, there's going to be a moment where you're going to shift gears, you're going to change chapters, whatever analogy.
Yeah.
And then you go, what else do I do?
Right.
So if you can't carry it on in a different incarnation, then you can be lost. And I think a lot of those guys haven't explored because it is all consuming. They haven't explored other avenues, right?
Like they want to leave, but they feel like they can't because they don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
Yeah,
after,
but and also like
right?
what does it look like? It's the unknown. I think back to Gunnar, you making the choice to come to Nashville.
Yeah.
Like arguably no one has a more and it's not about them being celebrities, but a very busy, a very like respected trainer, the most in LA, from like the roster from 8 a.m. till the end of the day that you walked from. Like people would, it's like you walking in the same way. Like what
I would say even more so for him.
But that's
like,
another thing.
But what
like
gave you the confidence to go?
I miss those clowns too, but just not the circus that LA became.
So what gave you the guts to go? Like that's like the basis of this. Well, I'm asking you too, Gunnar.
I'm asking him first.
Okay, you go first.
What gave me the guts to go was getting my time back and like the risk associated with taking a chance on getting my time back, spending more time with my wife and my friends and my family and sleeping in my bed every night outweighed the potential risk of me failing.
With the race car sheets?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And the onesie. It outweighed the risk of me like failing and like, you know, like crashing and burning. I'm just like, even if that happens, which it's not going to, like I'm going to regret not trying this and like doing this for myself and for my future. And like I said, like the pro sport life was just like not adding up. And I think once you start to feel that, if you have a way out and you have a plan, then like take a risk. Like,
but no knocks on it. It's super cool.
I have so many, like I have so much to be grateful for. Like the people I've met, the experiences I've had. I mean, I've been in damn near every city in the United States.
Same.
Like,
and you watch sports differently, knowing what you know about who's where, what's happening.
Sure.
And it makes me so happy. And you'll see when you have kids to share that with your kids of what's actually going on, what they're saying out on the mound, what's happening in the bullpen, what these guys with these jerk-offs are doing in the dugout. Like,
I watch 2 to 3 hours of baseball every night. Like every night. That is my time to relax. I watch the Tigers, I watch the Phillies, and I still watch the Cubs.
It's hysterical.
Like, because I've got...
It's a lot of baseball.
That's a lot of baseball.
No, it is. I watch them all through every night.
That's funny.
Every night. Because, I mean, I've still got clients that are on those teams, and obviously all the boys in Detroit are still near and dear to my heart, and I want them to succeed. So it's like my way of unwinding, though. I sit on the couch or outside on the patio and watch baseball.
Yeah.
And my wife does too, because she's only known our life in baseball.
But it's baked in now to the relationship.
That's the win.
You're not off the hook, Gunnar. I want to know what gave you the guts.
It was time. I feel like LA as a city had changed. It wasn't what I wanted anymore. So it wasn't about leaving the Lakers. Like when I left the Lakers, it was there were some changes in personnel and there were changes in responsibilities and chain of command and who had to report what to whom. And
I'll agree there.
If the people were not in a place where I thought that was the right way to do it. And you know, I'm also was at a certain age in the profession with a certain amount of tenure and having to report. I don't know, maybe that's corporate in general, but there's a way it can be done where it doesn't feel like you're being
as subordinate.
Yeah, or
like
stifled.
they're just looking over your shoulder all the time.
Yeah, and I would not. By no means am I beyond reproach.
No,
definitely can be corrected. Definitely can improve. There's a way that's done without it being ugly.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
this person, honestly, in my world,
doesn't get it.
Couldn't carry my job.
Doesn't get it. And that
would
happened
last
to me
one
too.
day in my world.
Yeah.
And now you're going to try to correct me and micromanage. I got to go.
It just feels like you guys both collected so much experience in a variety of ways, whether it was in your leagues with clients and just life in general, that your value system changed. You're like, I know all this, but this is what I really want. Because I do remember you saying, I want to be on a forerunner with my kid at 3 p.m. or something like that was then.
Yes.
And when you said that, I was like, he had a vision, he had an image in his head. Is like,
I did.
I want to fuck off with my kids in a field with space.
But I still work. I still do the hours here.
Yeah,
right?
you do. Yep.
Different from the lake hours because I don't have the travel. Different travel.
Mm-hmm.
But even like that Florida trip we did for Ion Best, like that wasn't, and TRX, that wasn't a grueling travel schedule by MLB standards or by NBA standards. Like that was like, okay.
Yeah.
Now, that was like a trip.
Yeah.
Right. So you still have that. You still get to move around and see the cities and be in the places and connect with the people, but it's not grueling. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you ultimately want to, like, in at least from my perspective, like I do this to like impact people and to help like people, whether it's an athlete or just like someone I'm training that's a general population.
Yeah.
Like you and so at least in baseball, like it's me and my assistant for 30 guys. Like
that's not.
Yeah, it's like honestly, it's like a first grade class, and you've got one teacher for 30 kids. You're like, how do I get to all of them?
And then I'm also
we had 3 guys for 17.
Oh,
exactly.
Wow.
And that's even slim in the NBA. I've been talking to
take it back. We had 3 guys plus Mike Mancias,
right,
who handles LeBron, AD, and KCP.
Correct.
So we had 3 guys for 14 guys.
Right. Yeah. So then we also had
Mike's awesome.
We ran Major League Rehab out of Detroit. So like if we had rehab, it was either me or my assistant going several hours a day with the injured player, which leaves one of us for the rest of them.
No way.
And then when we go to the front office to ask for some help and an extra hand, it's like, maybe next year. But we're a development-driven organization focused on like giving the players the resources they need to succeed, because we're not the Dodgers and we don't have a $300+ million payroll. But you're shorting the players on the infrastructure from a staffing standpoint to help them to continue to develop. So like you're kind of contradicting yourself and then you're wearing me out because I'm also in charge of the minor leagues and overseeing that whole dynamic, which is full of 270, 300 players plus 10 staff.
Yeah.
So I'm player facing at the big league level every single day. Plus they want me to do leadership driven initiatives and check in on everybody at the minor league level from Detroit. And it's just like, okay, well, if you want me to do that, then it's taking away from the day-to-day that I'm doing the job that I'm doing with the big league players. Yeah. Are you guys okay with that? Yeah. The answer is no, quietly no, right? So it's just like, well, yeah, just do everything.
But this explains why you both have built your own stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I know it, this is the landscape, this is how I'm going to do it differently.
Right.
So how do people with such big hearts and good manners, right? And great service make money? Because I think there's a lot of people in the training industry. We're in a service industry. We want to provide, we want to help, we want to care. But the money, like getting dollars in your bank account is an important thing, because some of the best coaches I know feel bad charging for it. We'll just do it for free or do it for less. Yeah. And it's like you're opening up the Kollective. You've got 2 now in Nashville, or two in Austin, 1 in Nashville.
But hang on, back that up. How did you land on, because Kollective predated you.
Yeah.
So that was up and running. So how did you, 2 things. How did you decide to not become a trainer at another facility? And I think I know the answer to that is because you want to run shit your way, which I understand.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But how do you then decide to not do your own brand, but to take on a brand that exists and make sure that your ethos is the same as theirs and that everything jives and that you're still independent, but you're kind of under, I mean, you're a franchisee is what you are, right?
A license, yeah. We're a licensed location. But Jeremy Hills is the founder. He's been in the field for a really long time. Played college football at UT, Austin, very well respected in the training space.
I worked with him at an event in New York. Solid dude. Solid dude.
Great dude. Yeah. He's also part of Ion.
There you go.
So I met him like 5 or 6 years ago. And we had just kind of stayed in touch after getting introduced. I knew that like long-term, that was like something that I wanted to do at some point. And so we moved to Nashville in 2023 from Chicago because again, our off season's 3 months long. Those 3 months are also November, December, and January, which is quite literally the worst time to be in Chicago.
I'm from Chicago.
And I was over it. So we're like, screw it, let's move to Nashville. And so we did. And then first thing I noticed here is like, man, this place is great, but the gym scene kind of sucks. Like, it's terrible.
I mean, Gunnar built his own.
Right.
Hello.
And so,
sorry.
It's funny. I like a former athlete of mine when I was with the Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Kaiser was, he's a quarterback for us. He lives here now. He's an entrepreneur. He was flipping a house down the street from me and from my townhouse. So I went over and talked to him and I was just like, first time I'd seen him in 10 years, 9 years, whatever. And so I'm talking to him like, dude, this place has like, Nashville has everything except this gym community where we can like, you and I can go in there and we can work and we can train and we can recover and we can connect with people. And it's like a private community of like high performers, badasses, people that like take life by the balls and just continue to execute and kill it. Right. So, that was kind of the inception of like bringing a collective to Nashville. And then I reached out to Jeremy and I was like, man, we really need this here. And like, there's so many similarities between the Austin community and Nashville. I was like, I think a collective in Nashville would kill it. So I kind of like proposed it to Jeremy and they had kind of like spun up the wheels a year before on like potentially bringing it to Nashville, but they weren't entirely ready. So fast forward a couple months later, they were like, I think we're ready. And so that's kind of when we were like, all right, let's do this thing. So we started raising the money. We found the building, found the contractors. And are
you able to run it the way you want, or do you have to get a stamp from them of approval?
I can run it the way I want. Now the alignment with the brand and the integrity of the brand is going to remain. Like we're in like we are in step with like what how the brand will operate and like the things that we'll adhere to.
Do Austin members get Nashville access and vice versa?
We're working on that.
Yeah,
because there's quite a few.
Because that'd be worth it, man.
Yeah,
like,
Eventually, yes, it's being worked on. But yeah, but I'll also have the freedom to kind of like, and I've had the freedom during the build out process because we've learned from a lot of their mistakes and like shortcomings in terms of, I mean, he just had Jeremy and his partners just had an idea of like, Jeremy had a ton of athletes. The other founders had like a ton of like business people, executives, like founders. And it was like, dude, how can we bring these two worlds together?
All seeking the same thing.
Yeah. Because like
the nexus is the gym.
Yeah.
It is. And high achievers around high achievers that's magic time.
It's so true though. Cause like even, and you don't know this about me, but like I work out in this gym in West Hollywood, which is 93% gay guys. Mm-hmm. Like it's just happens.
So I'd be a hit.
That's an understatement. Okay. They would love you. But the point is like, I love working out there because they are the hard work with zero ego. And everybody in there is like the best at what they do in their field, from actors to doctors to like creators to producers. You're like, I'm like, Matt, the guy I squat with is... What did you work on? You did what on the Odyssey?
Yeah.
Like the best, and they're just high performers. They come work hard, are happy to be around good people, and we get out. And it's like, to me, it's one of my favorite things about the gym because it's like, I mean, that's what it is, because there's a standard and there's a push.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So it's like,
but that's kind of like across like all high performers that like execute really well outside the gym. They also crush it in the gym.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, that's
like,
why
it doesn't have to just be athletes too. Like that's where I'm like,
that's how I used to take people in LA. Like, how do you decide who works here? I go, it has to be, I have to feel like we jive and like they are going to do their part considering what I do for my part, meaning planning the gym, making sure the experience is what it is. I take great pride in the programming. I take time in the programming.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm spending more time on the programming than you're spending working it, that's a bad trade-off.
Yeah.
So the people who are crushing and who want to come in there and crush, I want to deliver for them. They make me better. I read a letter to Jennifer Lopez. I worked with her for years, and one January, I thanked her for trusting in me and for always raising the bar and being that person, because that made me want to do my job and represent her, as one arm of her world at that same super high level. And she's always delivering those performances. Right. I want to make sure she can, and that whatever part I play in that is handled, but also I want to be a representative of that, right? Yep. I want to look the part. Right. I want my facility to look the part. I want it to match up with all the other things she does at that level.
And they can feel it. Yeah. It's funny. I have gained more from my clients than I ever thought I would have.
Yeah.
Just by watching their job, whether they're a public facing celebrity or not. Yep. I'm like, their commitment, their devotion, their work ethic, them getting to me the way they do. I'm like, man, I want to be ready and I want to rock for them.
100%. If like, I have a love-hate relationship with programming, and the hate part is because I care so deeply about it that it takes me fucking
me
forever.
Too. The anxiety.
It'll take me 3 or 4 hours to write one program because I want it to be perfect.
Well,
like
you're a little hard on yourself.
I'm like, yeah.
Are you writing in like hieroglyphics? What the fuck are you doing?
Dude, well, athletes are complex.
Yeah.
Like complex problems are sometimes complex solutions. So it's sometimes they're not.
Sometimes simple.
Yeah, sometimes simple. Sometimes admittedly I'll overthink it. Correct. And I'll just sit there and what's his paralysis by analysis?
Yeah. Yep.
Happens all the time.
I walk away half the time I start doing it, and when I hit a block and I'm like, I'm on the second block for this. You know what? Why am I reading that line? It's also the same reading like a book, like a fiction. I read it like same paragraph. Why have I read that same paragraph 3 times? It's time to put it down and walk away. Set it down and walk out. I do the same with the programming.
Yeah, it's a really good point.
I shut the computer, I walk out, I play with the kids, I do whatever I do, talk to my wife, and then I come back and all of a sudden I go, and I crush the next.
Then it's there.
Yeah. And it's.
Do you ever give yourself the chance to change in the moment though, Shane? Like I'm like, when I get stuck on something, I'm like, I don't know about that. And I'll put question marks. Yeah. And then once I see the person moving, the way they walk in the room, I'm like, oh, I cannot do that exercise.
Yes. Yeah, whoa. For sure.
That helps me when I get stuck.
Yeah, the response. Like you can already program it, but then you see them do it and you're like, okay, probably not going to work.
Like,
do you ever stand up when you're...
That's part of good coaching though too, right?
Yes,
like making adjustments.
I stand up when I'm writing it and I'll do the movements. Sometimes I'll like,
dude,
like I'll
all the time.
Like I'll pantomime.
He's my pantomiming in the kitchen.
And my wife, like I'll be like this, and my wife will go, okay, babe.
Same. And my wife's like, what are you doing?
But I go, have to picture how that's gonna flow with that one. She goes, okay. Yeah. And then I'll walk them through it. And some of them, especially the athletes, read what I've written, right? And I just go old school on a piece of paper, and they'll look and they go, we didn't do that. And I'll go, yeah, that wasn't right today. Yeah. And I'll go, I wrote it. It's a template. It's not a Bible. As the author, I reserve the right to edit. Yeah. And I will edit on the fly all the time. You have to. That's good coaching.
It is.
In my opinion.
It is. Programming's fluid. It's not like you're not like sticking to exactly what you wrote. How is this person showing up today is going to determine what I do. Yeah. Like, because if they're programmed or scheduled for a like high CNS, heavy force day and some maximal sprints, and then I'm getting subjective information from the athlete and also some objective information if I have technology, whether it's VBT or force plates or something, and it's telling me, hey, maybe not today, then I'm probably going to adjust. It doesn't mean we're not going to do the session. Yeah. But like maybe I switch the emphasis from like strength to like power rated force development. So we're still going to like get after it and drive intent and force production, but just at probably
I think that's
velocity.
where trainers get stuck.
You got to be able to read the mood ring.
Yeah, but that's
and
go. What's my mood rings? I love this.
Yeah.
Claire, shout out.
Well,
no, but like when you
aura
don't
and
deviate,
whoop is just a modern day mood.
It's modern day mood. Yeah,
modern day mood ring.
Yeah.
I just think that like when you don't deviate from the program, the trainer's making it about them. You have to shift for the clients. Yeah.
Totally. It's
even if it doesn't actually make, this is part of my presentation next week, even if like it doesn't, like from a data perspective, doesn't make a lot of sense. Like I always end my dudes with like arms and I always end my girls with abs.
Yeah.
Because they feel like, yes, like they're ready to go for their weekend when they're done with that little like finisher.
And you have to be able to bend, like if you're a chef in a restaurant and they go, I'd like my steak well done. You can't be the chef that goes, we don't cook them well done.
Yeah.
Any person
I
knows that a well done steak is not the way to eat a steak. And you're like, dude, I'm sorry. My wife orders well done, right? Not to hour. And
Jess, I'm almost a well doneer. You're in good company.
I'm medium to medium well.
Me too. Okay.
But I'm saying, sometimes they balk at that, and you're in a nice restaurant. They go, the chef actually doesn't recommend that, and I want to go, bro. My wife is not 15 years old.
I'm eating it.
She knows what she's eating.
Yeah.
Please prepare it the way she likes. Why do you care?
And by the way, are you going back to that restaurant?
Yeah, exactly.
Hell
and
no.
To me as a trainer, sometimes they don't want to do something. Yes, you have to own the moment. You have to be in charge in the workout, but you have to know when there's pushback and ways to progress, or even just I know this is one of your presentations, lateralize it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able, I can do this move that you thought wasn't that move, and we're still going to get through, and we're still going to hit what I want to hit or activate what I want to activate.
Totally.
If you can't do that, then you're probably better off not working with a well-seasoned or savvy population.
Totally.
Yeah, but I also think that what also happens is it comes down to ego. People take it personally. The trainer takes it personally.
Let it go.
When I was training John during all the sphere runs with Dead and Company, so especially on the Mondays or Tuesdays when he's back from like being like in basically a large computer for 3 back-to-back nights.
Right.
Like I just look at him coming in and I'm like, outside. We're sitting outside in the sun, cup of coffee. Other trainers would be like, what the fuck? Why are you wasting my time? Why are you strolling in late? What? I just know that's what he needed. And then I'm looking and as he's talking and kind of like warming up to the idea of working out, I'm already like, okay, I've got 42 minutes now.
Yes.
If I can do this, I'm going to do this. And I'm just like I'm like present-ish with him.
Totally.
And I'm thinking, what do I need to do with him? And then he's like, in my shoulder, in my back. And I'm like, okay, I got to do care for me, for him. But I also know he's going to want to do something that makes him feel like he did something today and it wasn't a waste.
Something. Yeah.
So
But that also comes from like.
But it's also why you and I are psycho about programming.
Yeah.
Because I feel that way.
Do you know the person in front of you? Can you like a lot of people, a lot of trainers, strength coaches don't have the data and the information that like these organizations do. And like sometimes you just have to know the person. And when they walk in, you're like, oh, okay. And maybe it's not just like the way they look, but then like they start talking and opening their mouth and like what they did last night and they didn't sleep. And then they had 4 drinks and it's like, and their back hurts and they ran 7 miles and it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. And to your point, same thing. I'm like, and then I'm in my head, I'm going, okay, we're not doing this today. We're going to do this instead.
Yeah, you're like, painting on a whole new canvas, right? You're like, oh, hang on.
And now I'm curious because I actually started training as somebody newer, and it's the most secure I ever feel as a trainer in that first month. Every day I walk in, like, I think this is right. And I'm like, am I reading that right?
Yeah.
What kind of music is he putting on?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, it's just like, because I'm like, I don't have enough data to inform my decisions as well as I want. So I literally, and this kid's 20 years old, sweetheart. And I get fucking nervous going to his house.
I have trainers say to me, how do you get nervous? How do you get nervous? You've been doing this so long. I go, because
I care,
when you
dude.
go, you don't know them. And this is also presentation time. You go, every workout is like a first or second date.
Yes.
Right? And and at any moment, they walk, they don't return the call, they block you, it's over. And I'm not saying it happens, but I'm saying it can happen. And if you go in, right, in business, they say always have the white belt mentality. I say always have the first or second date mentality. Right. In this. You are always, in my opinion, 2 workouts away. You are 2 less than workouts away from losing that person.
100%.
Meaning you don't deliver, or you don't hit the mark, you fall short, you didn't read them, you didn't prepare the room. You're asking them to come back to something that's less than.
Yeah.
They're not going to, because they know they can get more than somewhere else, and they're gone, and they don't. Yep. It's not personal, right? And that's
Do you have anxiety now with the collective of like, okay, when people come in, I want them to, again, it's environment. Yeah. How do they feel? Are they comfortable? Is it cool? Yeah. Can they be themselves?
Totally. It's the same with the client. Like I got like 2 pro athlete clients this offseason, like 2 different, NFL, MLB.
Cool.
And the first few sessions I had with both these guys, like I focused entirely on the experience I was giving them.
Yeah.
I spent most of the 2 sessions like talking to them, getting to know them, like what makes them tick, what like do they have good
but still getting the work in.
Totally.
Because if you leave and they haven't worked, they go, what did I just do?
Yeah.
Hung out with a dude?
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like we're getting the work done. Yes. I'm just like not as focused. I shouldn't say not as focused on like the coaching element, but I'm really honed in on like getting to know this person and like giving them a good experience, interacting with them, making them feel comfortable.
Yep.
Because then like
locked in.
Yeah. Cause then they'll go home and be like, okay, like this guy's like my kind of person, right? Like
it's first or second date.
Totally.
It's first or second date.
Yes.
You want another date. I agree.
But you want another date, but also you don't want to spook them.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be too desperate.
Correct.
Yeah. You don't want to be clinging.
And you don't want to also go for the home run every time. Like back off.
Yeah.
Totally.
And like she accepted the date with you.
Yeah.
She's there.
Yeah.
There's still potential.
Totally.
Ease into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so that. Exactly.
So give me
we've probably got like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I want to say give me visions for what's a successful opening look like to you. Not just business wise, but also personal.
Successful opening is like bringing the right community together. It's like less about the actual facility and the equipment and the paint and the like everything else coming together, and more about like the people inside the space.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing this, is because I want to bring 600 of Nashville's like most badass and high performing people inside this building, and just kind of sit back and also facilitate like interactions and connecting people together, because that's something I'm passionate about as well. But like watching that kind of grow from day one.
Yeah. You got to get the right clowns.
Yeah, the right clowns for the circus.
Yeah, you're making me get excited. Like I want to live in Nashville. I want to be a member.
Why haven't your best friend moved out here?
I know, it's possible. Listen, the more I come out here, the more I love it. Trust me.
But like, I guess personally, I don't know, man. I like success for me. I never want to not coach. So being able to stay on the floor and stay active coaching for several hours of the day while also running the business very efficiently and effectively is success to me.
That's why I liked him right out of the gate, because I have said I know so many people in fitness, trainers, that are trying to get out. You're trying to not train. And I've had people say to me, you're still training? Why do you train? Because this is what I love.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Yes.
And every day, and I wake up and I'm thinking, I put deadlifts in for her today, but maybe I should just have them be rack pulls, because I know she's going to be tired. And that was like literally a thought as I'm driving to the gym at 4:30 in the morning.
Happily,
yeah.
But excited about it. And then I'm thinking, now that we have the office, the computer set up, I can actually, instead of crossing that out on the workout, I can actually reprint that. So now I'm a fucking businessman. But I'm so excited about the gym and the training part.
Yes.
And I hear that in you, and I'm like, the training world is in a good place with guys like this.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you just had this conversation, because even at the airport today, I went to the information desk with the older volunteer guy.
Yeah.
And I was like
Usually
lost which way to go. And he had this most honky tonk accent. And I walked away and he was so kind. And I'm like, I wonder if I'll be a volunteer airport person. And then I'm like, nah, I'll still be coaching. And that's literally what I hit. I'm like, I'm going to be 80 and coaching. And I got excited about being 80 and coaching.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I a weirdo? And then you guys said that. I was like,
I had someone years ago in my life said to me, what are you going to be, like a trainer when you're 40? And I go, and I was probably like 32, 33. And I go, I was off guard, right? I was deer to headlights. I go, I mean, yeah, I think. And she goes, when you're 50? And I went, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. And she goes,
Starting to get worse
and she goes, oh, so you're going to train people when you're 60 years old too? And I literally was like, I don't know. Cause I didn't know. I didn't think past it, but I also don't have a shit ton of other skill sets in fairness. Right.
Yeah.
And
but like, at least we're doing what we love. We wake up every day.
But I'm way past that.
But remember,
and I saw 3 people today before we do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But happily.
Remember you said it once, it was like, someone talks down about training, like, what, you still doing that? Yeah. Versus like, if you were a doctor,
never.
Like, are you still a doctor?
I used to have people say to me, you still doing the training thing? And I go, nobody ever says, hey, Bob, you still fucking around practicing law over there?
Yeah.
It's nobody,
It's not a career, because this is a job, that's a career. And that's how they see it.
But I mean, listen, like, this is a job that creates choices and joy and relationships. Like there's so much, there's growth every day. Yes. And that's why I was so curious, like, who you call and who you talk to. Cause I think about like the amount of things I call Gunnar for.
Yeah.
It's like, it's such an upline of like a real, it's like generational growth as a fitness industry.
Yeah.
Because of the way we're connecting the people that stay in it. Like we find each other like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not just like you on your own now, because you know you're here and you know what I mean? It's this web of us all doing it together.
Yeah.
That's true. It should be connected with that. We should all be at the same table.
And lean on each other. Yeah.
Like Shane always has a seat at the kids' table.
Gosh, he got it in again. I'm so proud of you. I was getting stuck, and he could see I was treading water and my head was going underneath. I was getting stuck, and then he's like, I can end this thing for it right now.
Don't forget to hydrate, lift heavy, and call your mom. Actually, after listening to us, call the priest.
Please like and subscribe and comment, even if you only mildly enjoyed yourself.